Sometimes in the midst of apocalyptic chaos and existential dread, there comes a time when we get one glimmer of peace and happiness. In the last quarter of 2019, that came as a shining, unproblematic, apolitical leader to bind us all together. This cartoon goose. Untitled Goose game released last year in September. It was released on Switch and for the PC. It recently was released on PS4 and Xbox One. They also just announced that it sold 1 million copies of the game. It was actually the top seller at the time on September when it came out on the Nintendo store. It actually came out on the same day as the remake of Link's Awakening. So yeah, it beat Legend of Zelda, the Goose. For those lost, Untitled Goose game is fun little game developed by House. It's an indie game where you play as a goose who, what was it that everyone said at the time? To cause problems on purpose. That's your goal. You sneak, you bully, you steal, you confuse, and you most importantly honk at bystanders in this lovely idyllic British town. It's honestly fantastic. Zelda, like 1 million copies? Yes! And I'll explain why that is very exciting. Untitled Goose game became popular for the same reason that you might know what it is without even playing it, because you probably saw it on social media. That's because it was sold on social media. Places like Twitter and Reddit and Instagram were inundated with photos and GIFs and memes of that winged agent of chaos, which led to videos, it led to streams, and it led to a whole bunch of memes. The game was accessible. It was easy to understand immediately at a glance, and it didn't have a £50 price tag. It had charming graphics and it was funny. It showed me that you could pretty much exclusively use social media to make something into a demolition hit. That's not the only example though. Like, meme culture and social media is a goldmine of revenue for companies. Giphy often make a fortune because TV shows and movies and games pay them just to get their GIFs at the top of your search bars. And while it worked for the show, Disney were absolutely counting on Baby Yoda being the big entire smash hit meme it was for Mandalorian. Memes have always essentially been an inside joke shared by millions of people, and no one wants to be left out of that joke, which is where these companies cash out. I'm sorry if I'm ruining the magic with this corporate marketing talk. I will explain why it's turns around to be a good thing. It doesn't have to be Disney, Fox, Microsoft taking these big checks here. While it costs to post ads on social media, it doesn't cost anything to get people to do it for you. This means indie companies like House making things like Untitled Goose game can use social media to make word of mouth go completely global. How? No one really knows. People have tried, but social media isn't something you can nail down to a certain science. It's very unpredictable. It's kind of a crazy beast that can go one way or the other. But it does give some hope. Tunic was an indie game shown on E3 in 2018, and it works so well because you see one GIF of it being shared on social media and you see this kind of Zelda-esque, adorable looking game and you immediately want to know more. It's the same with a game called Sable, which is a gorgeous looking exploration game that immediately makes me want to go more because it's got the sense of mystery and this really unique visual style that I see on social media and I always click on. So maybe traditional advertising and critic reviews aren't the only way now to get interesting new games to see the light of day. You just need something accessible, unique, and it's easily shared. Like a tooltip that says press Y to honk. Have you found a game on social media that you wouldn't have normally found? Is Twitter a blessing or a curse when it comes to advertisements? Let me know in the comments. In the meantime, I'm gonna go back to terrorizing some villagers.